Orhan is studying to be a dentist, and you guys know that I love to talk about also, some of the natural means of healing the body, the good real food, and there's something in Islam that's real powerful that many people have forgotten about is the Miswak. Now you wrote a paper on the Miswak.
Yes, I actually wrote a research on the Miswak and how, from a dental perspective, how it affects dental health, and studies have found that it has multiple benefits for the organism. Actually, it's most of the authors say, even non-Muslims, a lot of the majority of the non-Muslims say that it is far more superb than any toothbrush that is today used, and even from some toothpastes that are being used. So
now how much time did you spend into researching this and looking into getting the data?
I spent like 2 months on it. Yes.
2 months.
Yeah, I spent 2 months, and that paper is not now published at one of the medical journals, but it's actually in Bosnian language. But I wrote it initially in English, but it was translated to be as for the Bosnian public.
Now, what motivated you to do that? You know, we got the toothbrush, we got the toothpaste. Why do you want to talk about the Miswak?
Because I knew the Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, who said that if he didn't want it to make it hard for his Ummah, he would order to use the Miswak before every Salat. And that encouraged me because I really believe that Islam is a true religion and the Prophet is the messenger of Allah. I went with the assumption that whatever he said is completely true, and that was my goal. So I just researched that matter, and it turned out to be exactly true. So I have maybe, if I can say, an advice for everybody who is into science and who likes to take on to science. Whoever believes in that Islam is the true religion and the Quran and the Hadith are from God, they're already ahead, one step ahead. Now why? Because scientists usually take some hypothesis and they spend 15 to 20, 30 years to find out that hypothesis wasn't true. They spend so much time to find out that wasn't true. In Islam, you already have a hypothesis that is true. All you have to do is just prove it.
Yeah, that's deep. So what do you recommend for people who are tuning in? They don't know much about Islam. They find us talking about the Miswak, but what's the most important thing that, okay, this is something now, health benefits for the teeth, but something more important that people like, because I heard you do a lot of dawah out here.
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you usually, somebody, comes to you and they want to, what do you tell them about Islam? With so many misconceptions out there.
Yeah, with so many misconceptions. Well, it's a tough question, but I think the most important thing is to be honest in your pursuit to find God, to find the actual point in existence of life. And whoever is sincere in that matter, whoever sincerely wants to find and get connected to God, he will certainly do. He will certainly do. And I suggest instead of taking chunks out of the Quran and misleading them and using them out of context, I suggest everybody just to read that book, just as a book, like this. I suggest everybody to read the Quran for everybody who doesn't believe in the Quran, as a potential letter from God. Okay? Now, whoever you might, somebody thinks maybe there is God, but I don't know who it is. Advice for everybody: sincerely read the Quran as it is potentially a letter from God to you.
Beautiful advice. If somebody wrote to you a letter, a long lost loved one, you'd make the time to read it. This is, from the Creator, is potentially, and what if it is, and you just neglected it, huh? Yeah. Thank you very much. May Allah reward you. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. More from Bosnia soon. Stay tuned.